How do you use headings, H1, H2, H3, to rank without writing 10,000 words?
Okay, so for example, there are some keywords that are very hard to rank for, like luxury watches. So having a bunch of headings in that page is not going to do anything because Google needs to see that your page about watches has nice images of watches. So depending on what you're trying to rank for, and depending on if it's an informational keyword or someone's looking to just learn about what they're searching for, or if it's actually like best watches for, Father's Day or something like that. So the headings in the page need to match with what the page is about. Of course, you need to put the keywords in the page. But how do you know if you should put the keyword, like let's say the H1, right? The H1 is obviously going to be the first heading on the page. There should only be one H1 per page. That is a rule that you should definitely follow, and that's just how Google works. But if you have an H2 that's below that, you're gonna see that the type of heading element, we're gonna go through each one of them, they should have a variety of keywords. So basically, I'm gonna give you a very simplified explanation because this could be confusing. What is an H1? It's a type of HTML element. It doesn't actually matter if you put this type of keyword in that element or this type of keyword in that element. What matters is how the overall website is, and if in general you only publish content about a specific topic. So if you're trying to rank your watch store, you have to just publish content about watches. Don't publish content about earrings, because if you don't sell earrings, it's gonna make Google think that you're trying to rank for earrings, and it's gonna spread too thin the topical authority. Topical authority means what Google trusts you about. So don't pretend to be multiple things if you're not selling multiple things. If you are selling multiple products, not just watches, later in the course we'll talk about how do you build topical authority for multiple types of products and still make Google understand what you do. But the way to do that is with headings. So you should have an H1 at the very top of the page above the fold. So right when you go on the page, it should actually be there. It shouldn't be there below the fold. Google actually sees that, and it's just better for humans as well. You should have the subtitle right below it. The subtitle should match what the meta description says, in my opinion. Definitely you could do other strategies. You can make the subtitle on the actual page a little bit different than the meta description in the actual meta tag. But in my opinion, I think it should match exactly. And then also the headings should be, a 50-50 split of content for humans and content for robots. So the actual headings, think about let's say the heading has 5 words in it, like how to pick a watch, right? So you want to have the actual keyword inside of that heading, but you could also put half of the words to be not even targeting the keyword, just put some other words that are just natural. Like, here's how to actually pick the best watch in 2025. If you're looking for the best watch, here's how to really choose one. Here's how to choose that badass watch that you've always wanted. You don't actually have to put just keywords. In fact, you shouldn't. You should just do what's natural. And obviously by naturally producing content that's relevant to your business, it's gonna make you rank #1 for everything. So headings are very powerful. Think about headings like the main thing about your website, the main thing about that page, and then use it naturally as a tool, but don't use it as a way to put stuff in keywords. Don't stuff the keywords. Please don't stuff keywords.